You have a piece of plastic in your wallet that's either making you rich or making you poor. Same card, same company. The only difference is how you use it. Credit cards are simultaneously the best financial tool you can have and the fastest way to destroy your life. Most people are using them completely wrong, paying thousands of dollars a year in interest, racking up debt they'll spend decades paying off, and wondering why they're always broke. But a small percentage of people use the exact same cards to build wealth, earn thousands in rewards, and never pay a cent in interest. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what makes credit cards dangerous, why most people are getting destroyed by them, and the specific mistakes you need to avoid if you want to use credit cards without them using you. If you have credit card debt or you're thinking about getting a credit card, this video could save you tens of thousands of dollars. Let's get into it. Let me tell you about 3 people with credit cards and see if you recognize yourself. Person 1, Michael. Michael is 32. He has 4 credit cards with a combined limit of $25,000. His total balance is $18,000. His minimum payments total $600 a month. His average interest rate is 22%. He makes $70,000 a year, so he should be fine, right? Wrong. Michael is trapped. Here's his reality. Every month, he pays $600 in minimums. $330 of that is pure interest. Only $270 goes to principal. At this rate, it'll take him 12 years to pay off his debt, and he'll pay $21,000 in interest. He'll pay more in interest than he borrowed. But it gets worse. Because Michael is always near his credit limits, he has terrible credit utilization. His credit score dropped from 720 to 640. Now he can't qualify for a car loan at a decent rate. He can't refinance anything. He's stuck paying high interest on everything. How did this happen? It wasn't one big mistake. It was 1,000 small ones. Michael used his credit cards for everything. Dinner out, groceries, gas, clothes, electronics. He told himself he'd pay it off each month. He never did. There was always something. Car repair, birthday gift, emergency. The balance crept up slowly. $50 here, $100 there. After 3 years, he looked up and had $18,000 in debt. Now he's paying $600 a month just to stay in place, and he can't see a way out. Person 2, Jessica. Jessica is 26. She just got her first credit card 6 months ago. She was excited. Everyone told her she needed to build credit. The card came with a $5,000 limit. She was responsible at first, used it for gas and groceries, paid it off monthly. Then she went on vacation, put $2,000 on the card. I'll pay it off next month, she told herself. She didn't. She paid $200. Then her laptop died, $800 on the card. Then holiday shopping, $1,200 on the card. Now, 6 months after getting the card, Jessica has $4,000 in debt on a $5,000 limit. She's maxed out at 80% utilization. Her minimum payment is $120, but $100 of that is interest. She's paying 20% interest on a balance she accumulated in 6 months. If she only pays minimums, it will take her 37 years to pay off this debt and cost her over $9,000 in interest. She put $4,000 on the card and will pay $13,000 total. She can't even remember what she bought. The vacation is over, the laptop is old, the holiday gifts are forgotten, but the debt remains, costing her money every single month. Person 3, David. David is 45. He's in deeper trouble. He has 8 credit cards. Total balance, $47,000. Total monthly minimum, $1,100. Average interest rate, 24%. His annual income is $85,000. After taxes, he takes home about $5,000 a month. His mortgage, car payments, insurance, and other fixed expenses are $3,800. That leaves $1,200 for everything else. His credit card minimums are $1,100. He has $100 a month for food, gas, and life. How does David survive? He doesn't. He uses new credit cards to pay old credit card minimums. He's juggling. He's drowning. He hasn't made real progress on this debt in 5 years. The balance just shifts between cards. He takes out new cards, transfers balances, pays fees, and the cycle continues. At this point, David is working primarily to pay interest to credit card companies. His entire financial life is consumed by managing debt. He can't save, he can't invest, he can't build wealth. He's a slave to minimum payments. The common pattern. All 3 of these people made the same core mistakes, just at different scales. All of them thought they were being responsible. They weren't buying crazy stuff. Michael bought normal things. Jessica bought necessary things. David bought family expenses. Nobody went on a yacht or bought a Ferrari. They bought regular life stuff. Groceries, gas, clothes, dinners, bills. But they all made the fundamental error. They spent money they didn't have and told themselves they'd pay it back later. They all believed the lie that credit cards are extra money. They all underestimated how fast interest compounds. They all watched their balances grow slowly until they were trapped, and now they're all paying thousands of dollars a year to credit card companies for money they already spent and can't even remember spending. This is the credit card trap, and it catches millions of people every single year. The average American household with credit card debt owes over $16,000 and pays over $1,000 a year in interest alone. That's money thrown away, gone, for nothing. You're not buying anything with that interest payment. You're not building anything. You're just paying for past purchases you probably don't even own anymore. The psychological trap. Here's what makes credit cards especially dangerous. They disconnect spending from pain. When you hand over cash, you feel it. You see the money leave your wallet. Your brain registers loss. But when you swipe a card, nothing. No pain, no loss feeling, just a signature or tap. Your brain doesn't process it as spending. It processes it as getting free stuff. Studies show people spend 20 to 50% more when using credit cards versus cash. Same people, same stores, different payment method. The card makes you spend more because the psychological brake that stops overspending is removed. Credit card companies know this. They've spent billions studying consumer psychology. They know that if they give you a high limit, you'll spend up to it. They know that if they make minimum payments low, you'll pay minimums. They know that rewards programs make you use the card more. They know that introductory 0% rates make you rack up balances you can't pay off before the real rate kicks in. Every feature of a credit card is designed to make you spend more and pay more interest. That's their business model. That's how they make money, and it's working brilliantly for them and disastrously for you. Let's break down exactly why credit cards are dangerous and what you need to understand to use them safely. Dangerous element 1. Compound interest working against you. When you invest, compound interest is your friend. It makes your money grow exponentially. But when you have credit card debt, compound interest is your enemy. It makes your debt grow exponentially. Here's how it works. You have a $1,000 balance at 20% interest. Month 1, you're charged roughly $16.67 in interest. If you pay the minimum of $25, only $8.33 goes to principal. Your new balance is $991, still nearly $1,000. Next month, you're charged interest on $991. The cycle continues. The balance barely moves because most of your payment is interest. This is why minimum payments are a trap. The credit card company sets minimums just high enough to keep you paying forever, but not high enough to actually reduce the debt meaningfully. If you pay only minimums on $5,000 at 20% APR, it takes over 30 years to pay off and costs over $8,000 in interest. You pay more in interest than you borrowed. The credit card company loves this. You hate it. Dangerous element 2. Variable rates and penalty rates. Most credit cards don't have fixed interest rates. They have variable rates tied to the prime rate. When interest rates go up economically, your credit card rate goes up. You might get a card at 18%, but a year later it's 23% because the Federal Reserve raised rates. You have no control over this. Your debt just got more expensive without you doing anything. Worse, there are penalty rates. Miss one payment or pay late, your rate can jump to 29% forever. Some cards have universal default clauses. You miss a payment on a completely different card, and this card raises your rate. You get behind on your car payment, and your credit card rate goes up. These penalty rates can add thousands to your debt. Dangerous element 3. Minimum payment deception. Credit card statements show your minimum payment prominently. It's usually 2 to 3% of your balance. On a $5,000 balance, that's maybe $125. Seems manageable, right? This is designed to seem manageable, because if you pay minimums, you'll be paying for decades. Look at the small print on your statement. There's usually a line that says something like, if you pay only the minimum payment, it will take X years to pay off this balance. For most people carrying balances, that number is 20 to 30 years.
The credit card company is legally required to tell you this, but they make it tiny, buried, easy to ignore. They want you to ignore it. They want you to pay minimums. That's where they make their money. Dangerous element 4. Credit limit increases. You start with a $5,000 limit. You're responsible. You use it wisely. 6 months later, the credit card company sends you a notice. Congratulations, we're increasing your limit to $10,000. Seems like a reward, right? It's not. It's a trap. The credit card company isn't increasing your limit because they're generous. They're increasing it because you've proven you'll use it and pay interest. They want you to spend more. And psychologically, having a higher limit makes you feel richer. You're more likely to make bigger purchases. You're more likely to relax your spending discipline. The higher limit isn't for your benefit, it's for theirs. Dangerous element 5. Cash advances and convenience checks. These are pure poison. Cash advances usually carry higher interest rates, often 25 to 30%. They have no grace period, meaning interest starts immediately, and they usually have fees, 3 to 5% of the advance amount. You take out a $1,000 cash advance, you're immediately charged a $30 fee, so you owe $1,030. Interest starts immediately at 25% APR. If you don't pay it off for a month, you owe another $21 in interest. You took out $1,000 and already owe $1,051 after 1 month. Cash advances are emergency only, and even then, they should be your last resort. Almost any other option is better. Dangerous element 6. Reward psychology. But I'm getting 2% cash back. I'm making money. No, you're not. Unless you're paying off your balance in full every month, your rewards are meaningless. If you have a balance earning 2% rewards but paying 20% interest, you're losing 18%. The rewards are a distraction. They're designed to make you feel good about using the card, so you use it more and spend more. The credit card company isn't giving you free money. They're giving you a tiny kickback on the massive amount of interest they're charging you. The safe way to use credit cards. Credit cards are only safe if you follow one absolute rule. Pay the full balance every month. Not the minimum, the full balance. If you can't afford to pay it off this month, you can't afford to buy it. Period. That's the rule. It's simple, but most people don't follow it. If you can follow that rule, credit cards are fantastic. You build credit, you earn rewards, you get fraud protection, you get purchase protection, you simplify your finances, you create a buffer between your checking account and vendors. All benefits, zero costs. This is how rich people use credit cards. They never pay interest. They rack up thousands in rewards. They use the card as a tool. But if you carry a balance, if you pay interest, credit cards are financial suicide. You're paying 20 to 25% interest on depreciating purchases. That's the opposite of building wealth. That's destroying wealth. Every month you carry a balance, you're making credit card companies rich and yourself poor.
Here's what you need to do right now, today, based on your situation. If you have credit card debt, step 1, stop using the cards immediately. Cut them up if you have to. Freeze them in a block of ice. Put them somewhere you can't easily access them. You cannot dig out of a hole while you're still digging. Stop adding to the balance. Step 2, list all your debts, every card, balance, interest rate, minimum payment. Write it down. Face the reality of what you owe. Step 3, choose a payoff method, either debt avalanche, pay off highest interest first, or debt snowball, pay off smallest balance first. Avalanche saves more money, snowball gives faster psychological wins. Pick one based on what motivates you. Step 4, pay more than minimums. Even $50 extra makes a massive difference. On a $5,000 balance at 20%, increasing your payment from $125 to $200 cuts payoff time from 30 years to 3 years and saves $6,000 in interest. Step 5, consider a balance transfer if you qualify.
Some cards offer 0% interest for 12 to 18 months on transfers. This can save massive interest if you're disciplined enough to pay it off during the 0% period. But if you don't pay it off, you're back where you started. Step 6. Increase income or decrease expenses to attack the debt. This debt is an emergency. Treat it like one. Pick up extra shifts, sell stuff, cut every unnecessary expense. Go into war mode until it's gone. If you don't have credit card debt, Step 1. Understand that credit cards are a tool, not extra money. Your credit limit is not your money. It's the bank's money they're willing to lend you at 20% interest. Don't borrow it unless you can pay it back immediately. Step 2. Set a hard rule. Only put on the card what you can pay off in full this month. If you can't pay it off, don't buy it. No exceptions. Step 3. Treat your credit card like a debit card. Every time you use it, mentally subtract that amount from your checking account. Better yet, actually transfer that money to a separate account immediately, so when the bill comes, you have the cash sitting there. Step 4. Set up auto pay for the full balance, not the minimum, the full balance. This removes the temptation to carry a balance and ensures you never pay interest or late fees. Step 5. Review your statement monthly. Make sure you recognize all charges. Watch your spending patterns. If your credit card spending is increasing month over month, that's a red flag. Step 6. Use rewards strategically. If your card offers cash back or points, great, but never spend money just to get rewards. The rewards are a small bonus on spending you were already going to do. They're not a reason to spend more. The bottom line? Credit cards are dangerous not because they exist, but because most people use them wrong. They treat them as extra money instead of borrowed money. They focus on minimum payments instead of full payments. They fall for rewards programs and credit limit increases. They don't understand compound interest working against them, and they end up trapped in debt for years or decades. But if you use them right, pay full balances every month, never pay interest, credit cards are fantastic tools. The danger isn't the card. The danger is your behavior. If you can't control your spending, if you can't pay full balances, you shouldn't have a credit card. It's that simple. It's not a moral failing. It's just reality. Some people can handle credit cards. Some can't. Know which one you are. If you're in credit card debt right now, you can get out. It requires discipline, sacrifice, and time, but it's possible. Stop using the cards, make a plan, attack the debt aggressively. And once you're out, never go back. The freedom of being debt-free is worth every sacrifice. If this video showed you something you didn't know about credit cards, hit that like button. If you want more real financial advice that protects you from common traps, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm here to give you the information credit card companies don't want you to know. Share this with anyone you know who has credit card debt or is thinking about getting a credit card. This information can save people from years of financial pain. Credit cards are dangerous if you use them wrong. Now you know how to use them right, or how to avoid them completely. Either way, you're protected. I'll see you in the next one.